Hello everyone. Jiggle and a wiggle for a second. We had some interesting things happen today, which is why you see painter's tape on my table. I'll explain that in just a second. Let's let the computer catch up to what we're doing. And how's your morning? It's sunny here, nice and pretty. Okay, so I was about to go live. Let's see if I can get this a little straighter. Probably not. Hold on, waiting for the computer to catch up. No, the other way, of course. Thank you as always for shopping with me. Keeps me bringing you new things. I'm going to shove that up just a little bit. So, painter's tape, why did I need it? Believe it or not, my mount fell apart today. So the base part that comes up and then the part that holds my phone, that little nut or screw or what are they called? Those little gears, those little, I don't know, threads. That's what they are. Just totally gave out and the phone fell down and I'm like, oh no. Wouldn't really go back together. I kind of got it back together. Went to look for some duct tape, found painter's tape. So we are taped up and hopefully we don't fall. One of those days, right? Hopefully the weekend will be better. So we are doing a fun fold and this is a request. So if you're out there, say hi. Know that you can always find me live around 9 o'clock, depending on what happens, Friday morning. Or you can watch the replay, which is usually about 10:30 by the time I get it loaded to YouTube. So you can watch it there as well. And you can also watch the replay on Facebook, on my group, which is TGIF Art Time on Facebook. So if you follow me there or subscribe or whatever you have to do to get the notifications, it'll notify you when I put out my 8:30 announcement that I'm going to be going live at 9 or whenever I'm going to go live. So this is a fun fold and I just made this template so that way you could take a picture of it. It's 8.5 by 11. This is going to kind of be a little bit quicker class. I do have 2 cards to show you at the end. So 8.5 by 11 cardstock. Whatever color you want or white, you're going to take it long ways and score it at 5.5. You could do that with a scoring platform. You could do that with a ruler and a stylus. You can do it in the track of your trimmer. And then you're going to turn it to the short way and you're going to start from the left hand side and go over 2 1/8 and make a score line. And then you're going to continue on to 6 3/8, which is just 3 little lines. An eighth is 1 little line. A quarter would be 2 lines. So 6 3/8 and draw yourself or make yourself a score line. Okay? So this is the base of your card. These are the sides of your card. This is the top of your card. This is what you cut out. So cut that away. You can either do it on your trimmer or you can do it with scissors. So, the first tip to keep in mind, let me look at my notes and make sure I'm saying it right, is, okay, first let's just pretend that we cut it out, okay? So there's your template, and here's what it looks like when you cut it out. Alright, so a couple things to know to keep it nice and straight is these little lines here, if you don't make sure that you're like right below the score line. So you're taking off just a hair, little bit more, right? Do that. Take off just above the fold line on this side. So not the top side, but the bottom side. And then make sure that when you fold it, they're even at the top here. When you fold them in, these 2 panels in. And how I fold those 2 panels in is I make sure that I line up the bottom first, like so, and then do my score line. And then line up the bottom again and make my score line. So once you've got it folded, you want these 2 to be as straight and even as you can, because when you fold this over, again, I kind of hover it, I get it positioned down here, and then I score it, or boom, fold it there. Okay? And it might creep up on you just a smidge. It's okay. But those are the tips. Make sure you fold the bottom in first and the bottom in first before you make your lines, okay? That's the basic gist of this card, and I will show you what I used and the 2 samples that I made. So, this first one is candy apple, sapphire, and black. And I used the stamp of the month for May, which is this cute little skunk set. Okay. And then I went and used the Hello Darling paper pack, which is in our current catalog. I also used, and I love these, the little bitty sparkles. You can color them with your markers any color you want. And I love the clear ones. They just add so much. Okay. And here's the card I made. So there's the front of it. Hold it up so you can see it good. Make sure it's on camera. So I've got some, hopefully you can see, I've got some shimmer, clear shimmer brush on the wings. I've got a little bit of shimmer down on the centers of the flowers and his tail and his nose, or her nose. And then I used a couple of the Le Pen, the navy and the red, that kind of matched my butterflies. You can see the little itty bitties here. This is the Hello Darling paper. This is the sapphire cardstock on the light side. So there's my sapphire ink. And then you open it up, and I've got my 2 panels of texture paper, pattern paper, and it's just about a 1/4 inch smaller. And this is, I think this is like 1 5/8 by 5 1/4. Because this is a standard size card, 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then you open it up, and this little panel is 4 by 5 1/4. This is 4 inches. Is that right? Hold on, let me check. Yeah. And then I just added this little flower here that's in this set, and I've seen people, well, actually there's one right there, but you could take this one and put it on the other ones if you wanted. Okay, so how does this stand? Well, for one, it'll stand like that, and then you can open it up and kind of have it stand like that, which I know you can't see very well, so it would be standing like this. Okay, and there's lots of room to write. You could even write on the back. Those are just my instructions. Oh, also what colors of markers I use. True Blue marker, dark red blend, True Blue shades, and jade green shades. And that's for just coloring this in and coloring in the little bit of green that's there. Okay, so that's the first one. And the second one, I decided to go with a birthday for a guy. I used paprika and black ink. I used these little dots that are the black and white, Z4634. And I used the Stampin' Thin Cut from the, let me look, Hey Handsome card making one, which is CM card making. That's a change. 013. So card making 013. If it was scrapbook, I think it's SM. We'll see when I get one of those. So this is really cool because even though there's not glasses on here, there is glasses in here and the pocket. The little, this, somebody was saying, what is that? That's the little handkerchief that goes in the pocket. You've got a pen that's got the little mark, and then you've got a little button. So really cute, and there's some stitch lines you can put on there. Very cool. And the card that I made is this one. So we've got Happy Birthday Dude. There's our little thingies. Oh, and this, what I did here. Let's see if you can see that. Can you see how thick that is? I cut out 3 of these glasses in white cardstock, and then 1 in the pattern paper, and just glued them all together. And then I cut 1 in the paprika, and I just used those insides to fill in the little eyeglass part, even though it's, you know, down. Let's see, can you see that? There's depth. It still looks good, I think. So the inside of this one, I added a little bit. I might go back and add some sparkles in that one. And thanks for being you. So that is your cards today and your pattern. And as always, let me know which is your favorite, number 1 or number 2. And I hope you have a wonderful weekend. I hope you'll give it a try. It's very easy. I don't like to do stuff unless it's easy. I gave you the tips on how to make sure it stays straight and it folds down together. So have fun, enjoy, and I will see you next Friday. And thank you to Miss Kay for suggesting a fun fold. Bye now.